You must have watched tons of videos about how to become successful in life, and a majority of them gonna point out that being disciplined, having daily routines, working hard, having goals and passions are going to help you tremendously in life, or becoming successful. And so many similar things that we all have heard about or have seen before. But do these things actually make you more successful than the other people? Well, let's take a maid for instance. She works so hard, has daily routines and discipline, and has a goal in her life. But does that make her more successful than the other people? Let's be honest here. We all have that one friend who works so hard, but their yearly income is nowhere near the top 1%. Now, do you really think that just by having goals and disciplines, you will suddenly get to have that success and make big bucks, all just by hard working? Let me break it to you. None of it is going to help you to break into the top 1%. Let's take Steve Jobs for example. Do you think Steve Jobs made it out there because of his daily routines and working out? No. Do you think he made it because he studied hard? Of course not. He even got kicked out of his own company. So what is this thing that's making all these people achieve that amount of success, if it's not their passion or hard work? The answer is actually really simple. By default, to achieve success, you should do some things that others don't do. In more simple words, to be in the top 1%, you have to do what the other 99% don't do. Just think about it. If it's something that anybody can do, then all the people on the planet would be successful. But the reality is nothing like that. According to the global data, the majority of the people are below average income. As you can see in this pyramid, only few are on the top, making millions. And we are going to learn about how to get there. But before I start, I should tell you this. Even if the way to success sounds simple, it's not easy by any means. And you might not actually want to be successful after you watch this video. If you just want to buy some cars and houses with that ching-ching in the bank, then you might not want to become better than 99% of the people, because that is 80%. So back to the question, what makes some people more successful in life? If you haven't noticed, all the successful people have this one thing in common. Everything they got started is from this one spark. They thought differently. They wondered. They listened to their assumption. They didn't fear to use unpopular beliefs. They look for opportunities and don't ignore them like most of us do. This is not an easy task. The majority of us just go with the flow. It's a fact that we don't question nor do we doubt. Now, this way of thinking and questioning helps your brain to open up more to the contrarian idea. And what's that? They're ideas that not everyone agrees with. They're ideas that gets you shut down and rejected by people. Ideas that if you're right, they can lead you to success. How do you think Steve Jobs got successful? He believed that in the future, every household is going to have a computer in it. And that's what led him to success. It wasn't that he worked hard or studied hard. Everybody can do that. But it's his contrarian idea that made Apple happen. He was even considered a psycho in his own company when he gave out his ideas in meeting. So the first step, as we know, for success is by having contrarian ideas. We need to think differently. Now coming to the second step, we have to be right about our contrarian idea. I should tell you this, not everyone can have a contrarian idea. Most of the people don't even get one in their entire lives. And those who get them, not all of their ideas are right. So imagine how hard it is to think of a very unique idea that everyone agrees that it's wrong. But you have to be right about it. The final step is execution of your idea. Now this step is the easiest one. And it's the one that you mostly see about on the internet. Like working hard, having discipline, eat this breakfast, take this magical supplement, go monk mode. Execution can be learned and is easy to replicate. That is why it's everywhere on the internet. But remember, it all starts with a contrarian idea. So these are the 3 steps that if followed, it's going to take you ahead of 99% of the people in terms of success. But the way to success is more complicated than that. It can bring a lot of troubles and stress in your life that you may not want to become that successful. Because it's not easy trying to make money with the idea that everyone disagrees with. Even your friends and family might not support you in your ideas and plans. And sometimes, even after you make them money, they may accuse you of stealing or cut ties with you. Because it is too hard for people to believe that you suddenly made a lot of money off something that in their mind was not acceptable. This type of emotional ups and downs are not everyone's cup of tea. I even know an entrepreneur in digital marketing making millions a month after only a year. But during that year, she got insulted and accused by her family and friends of random things. And it was so bad that she couldn't even get out of her house. She was so much under the pressure of her family and relatives that at a young age, she left her house and changed cities. Even after she went through so much, she became one of the most successful people in the country and still is amongst the top.